Here we have for sale our 2018 on an 18 plate Volkswagen Transporter T6. T6 is the shape. This is a T30, which means it's got a 3-ton gross vehicle weight. And this is the long wheelbase Highline panel van. Comes with a 2-litre TDI engine, 150 brake horsepower, which is the Euro 6 engine, 6-speed manual gearbox. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec which you get on a Highline panel van. There's one or two little bits on this particular van which vary from the normal Highline panel van. And we'll also talk you through condition, service history, ownership as well, seeing as it is currently available for sale. Starting here at the rear of the vehicle, and this is the main thing which differs on this particular vehicle from a normal Highline panel van, and that is that we've got an unglazed tailgate. This van, because of this tailgate, is a perfect candidate, along with a usual Highline spec, perfect candidate for a camper conversion. Camper conversion companies like the unglazed tailgate because they prefer to put in the aftermarket glass than the genuine VW glass, which you can get in a tailgate as well. So this makes this the perfect option. Looking at the tailgate, all in very good order. As you can see there, in the reflections available. Black, of course, fantastic colour to showcase the vehicle with the reflections, because it does look like absolute glass. Looking really, really nice indeed. On a Highline, you get a number of elements which are colour-coded, and that includes the bumpers, mirrors and door handles. So looking here at the rear bumper, having a good look there at the condition. Of course, a couple of little small marks, stone chips, etc. All as to be expected for a vehicle of this age and mileage, but certainly nothing too severe there. And you can also see, as part of the standard Highline spec, you get integrated rear parking sensors as well. And as I mentioned, colour-coded door handles. If we open up the tailgate, we can then have a look at the load area in here. So this van has been owned by a plumbing company from brand spanking new. So it hasn't been used for private use or anything like that. But thankfully, this vehicle was ply-lined. So what that does is stops any outward dents or anything like that, which is always nice to see. The ply lining has been stripped out to leave the original factory panels, which you can see here. We like to do that with transporters, especially ones which are more likely to go for camper conversion, just so you can see exactly what you're dealing with, exactly what you're buying, because at the end of the day, for a camper conversion, you are dealing with a base vehicle to start off with. You want to get the best base vehicle that you can, and this is, of course, a great way to see that. Obviously, if you didn't want to use this for a camper conversion, we could gladly get this ply lined for you. No problem at all. We have a very good ply liner. If you look at some of our other videos, you may see some of their work on those videos. But looking here, as I say, condition in the back, because it's been nicely covered with a ply lining, it's all looking really good in here. Of course, we've got the factory fitted bulkhead in at the moment, but you can remove these if you want to. They're just bolted in around the outside, and you can see the condition of the head lining here. Usual wear marks on the painted elements just here. This is, as I say, all standard stuff for a van, which has, of course, been used for work. But again, if you were going to be converting this into a camper van, any exposed metal bits are generally going to be carpeted, depending on what you're going to be doing with them. Continuing round the rest of the vehicle then, the other thing with this one, as I may have mentioned at the start of the video, it is a long wheelbase. Quite unusual. We don't get many long wheelbase panel vans in. Most of the transporters that we tend to deal in or tend to see are actually short wheelbase. We do get the odd long every now and again. I'm looking here down at the driver's side of the vehicle, and again, using those reflections where we can. It's looking really, really clean and straight. There's a couple of tiny little pin dents just here around the driver's door handle, but otherwise looking really, really clean indeed. This colour is called Deep Black Pearl. There's a tiny little, I'm just looking here, there's a couple of small little marks, I don't know if you can just see there, tiny little mark just there, but otherwise looking very, very nice indeed. If we open up the driver's door, we can then have a look at the spec and condition inside the cab. So first thing that strikes me in here is condition is very, very nice indeed. You can see here the condition of the floor. It's all looking absolutely spot on. On top of the driver's door, we'll have a look at the specs. We've got electric windows, electric heated mirrors. That's all as standard on a Highline. You get auto-activated lights and wipers, again as standard. 2 full remote keys. You can see this one has got, of course, leather multifunctioning steering wheel, again standard on a Highline. Onboard computer controls on the right hand side here, and you can also answer and hang up the phone. On the left hand side you've got your cruise control settings as well. If we look at the onboard computer, which is just up there, you can see the mileage in the bottom left of the screen, 30,292 miles, and it's all idling correctly. There's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. One of my favourite features on a Transporter, and that is the twin adjustable armrests. You can use this wheel under here to adjust it to your desired height, and you've got height adjustability on the seat there as well. This one is spec'd at the moment with the twin passenger seat, and one of the benefits of the twin passenger seat is if you pick it up, flip it forward, you then have storage underneath the twin passenger seat. As you can see under there then, that's where the toolkit is currently located. 6-speed manual gearbox, as I say, to go along with that 150 brake horsepower engine. Again, in my opinion, a crucial bit of spec. If you go for the lower brake horsepower model, say the 102, then you only get a 5-speed manual gearbox. So not only do you get the more power, but you also get the 6-speed gearbox as well. And when you combine that with cruise control, fantastic on the motorway. Air conditioning, standard Highline specification, heated windscreen, USB port. If we turn on the radio as well here, this of course is where you can connect your phone via Bluetooth. If I go to the radio tab as well, you can see that we've got DAB radio just there. I've also included here, we've got a nice history printout. Just turn down the radio just there. We've got a nice history printout, so this includes the details of services which have been carried out by VW. So first one there, you can see on the 26th of the 3rd, 2019 at 9,300 miles, and then another then on the 27th of February 2021 at 26,953 miles. So just a bit over, well, not even 3,500 miles ago. So really nice to see that it has been well maintained with VW. Lovely spec on a Highline, and as you can see, condition is all looking very, very nice indeed in here. We'll have a little bit more when we go around to the passenger side in just a second. Continuing around the vehicle then, we've got 16-inch standard Highline alloy wheels. These are called the Calvin alloy wheels. A couple of tiny little marks on the alloys, but overall not in bad order at all. And then nicely moving on to the front, colour-coded front bumper. As I mentioned on the Highline, you get bumpers, mirrors, door handles, all colour-coded in the body colour. So you've got colour-coded front bumper. You also get front fog lights as well. And in my opinion, that front end of a Highline, I just think it sets it off totally with the colour-coded front fog lights. I think it looks really nice and executive, especially in the black as well. I think it looks really nice. Colour-coded mirrors, as you can see there. And then moving down the passenger side of the vehicle, just having a good look here at the condition, again using the reflections where available. That nice glassy finish down the side of the van. There's a little pin dent just here behind the side loading door. Otherwise looking very, very nice. Of course, on any black vehicle you do get a couple of very small little hairline marks and things like that here or there, but that is being quite critical, and as I say, that's sort of par for the course unfortunately with black vehicles. There's a little tiny little mark here on the fuel filler cap and things, but as I say, overall looking really, really nice. It's only when you really get down to the level of them that you can actually even start to see them. If I open up the side loading door, again you can have a look at the aspect there of the load area from this point. Again, looking at that factory fitted bulkhead. But overall, this is just a fantastic base van for, as I say, in my opinion, perfect for a camper conversion. You've got the tailgate, all the usual Highline specs. You've already got the cruise control, air conditioning, which is one of the crucial bits of spec. You've got lovely service history with VW as well. One owner from new. Nice miles on it. It's just a fantastic example, as I say, for a camper conversion. So if you're looking for a van, a base van for a long wheelbase camper conversion, this could be an ideal candidate. Or, as the previous owner has, these make fantastic work vans because they're not a van that give us any trouble. Brilliantly reliable, good professional look for your business as well. So as I say, that's why these transporters are so popular, as they can really do a bit of everything. If you'd like to inquire, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed here at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance on all of our vehicles, starting as low as 7.9% APR, and we can also take cars or vans in part exchange as well. So if you want a quote on finance, or if you want a price for your part exchange, by all means, get in touch. I think that was a cross between give us a call and get in touch. Give us a touch on either of those numbers listed there at the bottom of the sign. Thank you very much for watching.